Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Midwest Dungeon Delvers. Tonight we are continuing our D&D campaign, or tabletop RPG campaign, using a homebrew system, and we've got our crew for the most part back. We just need a couple more weeks on Jin. He's needing some time and figuring some stuff out. But after that, we'll welcome him back, hopefully. Now, when last we left off, we had a guest star. And so we will have that all recapped after the intro. Speaking of which, our characters in this tabletop RPG system, just don't forget that they're have become permanently entrapped within the simulation. Saga. The Six Sword Saga. When last we left the retinue, the party had encountered the fiery remnants of what seemed to be entities caught in a rift. The party investigating an area called the Cinder Shade Hollow. Ignis doing a scouting run to kind of get a visual of what was going on there as the caravan moved past. Getting seen very early on, but holding his ground. The party was helped by an individual, a druid of some might and power, who helped the party contain this fiery rift, as well as helping keep Jin alive, who went unconscious and was almost dead. Healing the unconscious Jin with a kick, and then moving on, the druid left the party with more questions and bewilderment than answers. But it seems as though you've discovered the individual who took vengeance upon the scout from the caravan who messed with Brayden's Rest. And it seems like you've maybe encountered the druid who's in charge of Brayden's Rest. But something in particular catches the eye of Ignis. That being the visage of one of the rift creatures, a knight in molten armor. Ignis sees the face of one of the captains, the sergeant, in fact, in charge of the platoon who went to Brayden's Rest and seemingly was the cause, if not a cause, of Justicar's demise. Ignis, feeding into these baser urges, has satiated his bloodlust. But more questions than answers seem to arise. And that is where we left off. The kick has healed Jin, but he seems to be exhausted to the point where he collapses after spouting out at the druid and then the druid leaving. And Owen, Bramblefoot, and Ignis, you were standing in the clearing with a panting Morthos who flew in from the caravan a bit later than the rest of the party and managed to defeat one of these molten creatures.
Is he wearing a symbol of his faith?
Morthos? Yes.
What was the name of his goddess again? I've forgotten.
Okay. I know it's been a couple of weeks. Araveth. Araveth. The Illuminated Archivist.
I have her name here somewhere because my character's a minor follower of Araveth. More just respects her. Much thanks to you, priest of Araveth. We were in severe trouble before you arrived.
I hesitated again. And it almost cost another member.
Young servant of Araveth, remember that you are not responsible for the saving of every life. Do your best, act with confidence, but do not hold yourself responsible for every death. You are no god. And even they do not hold that degree of responsibility.
There is wisdom in your words. I will think on this.
Still, I thank you for keeping this old man alive.
We better get him back. Against my better judgment, Brother Varnell might be the only one to help him out of this coma.
I appreciate what you're saying, but I'm very old and very small. Somebody else carry him.
Can I have some help?
Why, certainly. And I'm going to cast Mage Hand.
Oh, I love that. Just give me a d20 roll and add your spellcasting modifier.
That would be spell attack bonus, right? That's the same thing.
I'm not adding proficiency, so no, not the spell attack.
Oh,
bonus.
so just okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So just my intelligence modifier. Gotcha.
Yeah.
21.
Yeah. Surprisingly, you help Morthos, who goes over to Jin. It becomes very apparent that even though he may be strong in the ways of arcane, this individual is not physically strong. And Morthos struggles to get him like up over a shoulder, and Bramblefoot, you use Mage Hand and you help with a good portion of the weight, and it seems that it is tolerable for Morthos to carry.
You know, I never really thought of using Mage Hand and your regular hands to carry an object. Seems kind of obvious once you think of it, but I might have to use this trick later.
Lighten the load, I guess.
20 pounds less is 20 pounds less.
Yep.
I would like to collect the sergeant, I believe is what he was, as well as the weapons that the knights were carrying, and drag the sergeant back. And seeing Morthos carrying Jin, look at him and go, "Well, Morthos, at least this time you got bloodied."
Morthos looks over at Ignis and just says, "Why are you dragging a corpse?"
Do you not recognize this corpse?
Looks like the guy who was trying to kill us a minute ago. Beyond that, no.
Take a good look at the face, Morthos.
No, it can't be. But he was at Britain's Rest. We left before them, before their company. They should still be there.
And alas, we had the good fortune of avenging a portion of Justicar's reason of being dead.
Is this vengeance or some sort of trickery?
Well, I mean, if this isn't him and he's still out there, then it's just good fortune of morale boosting to eliminate somebody who at least looks like the person who took part in the reason that Justicar's gone.
Once we get back to the caravan, allow me to see if there's an illusion or some sort of magic to make his visage so.
I would doubt so. I mean, I'm no true master of the arcane, but there would be two possibilities there, in my opinion. First, somebody else cast it on him, in which case, why? And second, he cast it on himself, which, well, he's dead, so that wouldn't still be the case. Still, such an examination has piqued my interest. I might help you if you need it.
I wouldn't say no. I wouldn't say no at all.
I will also go back and look for the least mangled and destroyed corpse and grab that one as well.
All right,
just in case.
Make an investigation check.
Young Ignis, while you examine the surroundings, see if you can find any reagents or ritual circles at the center of the area. Something magical clearly happened, so some information would be useful.
Okay, I got a natural 20, if that can be included with it as well.
Yes, 100% it can. 1 second. Finding that section of notes.
You're
Was
good.
not
You're good.
expecting the nat 20.
I wasn't either, but it landed perfect.
Story be doing story, you know.
And as I'm looking through, just kind of like reach out to the entity that is assisting me in my revenge, and also use that as help to fuel the investigation.
Let me just poke the magical entity that lives in my head and see if he has any ideas.
I mean, why not? Why not? If it's a natural 20, why not just be like, look, there's a lot of extra stuff happening because I fed him a decent meal. Maybe he's willing to help out with a little bit of extra juice.
Okay. As you approach and you begin to investigate, you notice several markings, almost like burnt sigils around where the rift was opened. In the center of these sigils, you find a half-buried knight's helm that's like fused into the ground as the steel of the helm is like warped by the embers and heat in this hollow. You also see this kind of faint, almost ethereal skull residing within the helm.
Okay. I will start tracing out the runes and everything that were like the sigils that were all around.
Mm-hmm.
Like trace them all out onto like a piece of paper or whatever, and then proceed to tap the skull.
Okay. As you like tap the helmet, the skull inside kind of like, what's this? Where am I?
Who are you?
Who am I? Who are you?
I'm not the one buried in the ground. You look like you might need help. But who are you?
Help? What help can one of the living give a corpse?
Well, I can free you from the ground.
The skull within just kind of like looks quizzitively at you. And where would I go?
I mean, there's a lot of the world you could see. I don't see the rest of your body, so there's a lot of the world you could see perched up on something.
And who will do the perching? And on what would you perch me?
It's a lot of questions. We can figure that out later. It's the first time I've ever had a talking skull interact with me.
Yes. This is the first time I've had a mortal interact with me in quite some time.
So name for name. How's that?
Agreed, you first.
Ooh, good sir. I'm the one who suggested it. Obviously, I obviously you go first if I suggest it.
Oh, that's adorable. You first, since you're the one asking.
Age before beauty.
Oh. Children before the elderly.
Well, good thing there's no elderly here.
Hey!
I got you.
Fine. I am the Burned Knight.
Ooh. That's cool. But, like, no actual name?
Well, if I had an actual name that was burned out of my memory some eons ago.
Well, I think it is a cruel twist of fate that you have found me, as my name is Ignis.
How funny that we should cross paths. Mortal of a name of fire.
That's kind of my thought process, Burned Knight. Let me see if I can get you out of there, and I would like to attempt to remove the Burned Knight skull from the ground.
Okay. Again, you kind of like see the skull, or at least the like ghostly visage of this skull is within the like kind of melted helmet that's in the center of the.
Yes, I attempt to remove said helmet from the confines of the ground.
All right. So, how would you like to attempt this? What
well,
in the environment do you grab to like help
the
you pry?
the initial thing obviously is attempt to grab helmet on both sides and pull.
It burns your hands. You take 6 points of damage.
Okay, bad idea. Okay, I go. Are you? I take out like a dagger. I poke the skull, the ghostly skull thing. It's like, does this hurt you?
As you like poke through the like little gap of mouthpiece that is still like able to like get the dagger in, you see as the blade point passes through the ghostly visage, and he's like, "Oh, why I never."
Does this hurt you at all?
No, it's highly uncomfortable, though. It's as if you're tickling the back of my soul.
Okay, I will be right back. This is going to be a little uncomfortable for us both.
What?
I run over and grab one of the swords from one of the other knights, and I attempt to wedge the helmet out.
Make a athletics check. Owen, is there anything you would like to do after seeing Ignis begin to like rummage and start getting things to pry up a half buried, half fused helm to the ground?
Athletics, that is a 15 altogether.
Wonderful. 15. You see, it's less you being able to pry the helmet from the ground, and it's more you discover that whatever flame melted the helm, it has like molten pieces of the steel have buried into the ground, and it's almost like you're cutting out this chunk of earth that the helm is fused to, and able
That
to
is acceptable.
take that out. It's not like the largest chunk of earth, but it's unwieldy. That's for sure.
Hey, hold me steady now.
I mean, you're not exactly the most aerodynamic thing to be carrying around. And it kind of hurts to hold you. So, like, we got to work something out here. Don't worry. We'll figure it out.
I never.
I got a friend who's really good at making things to solve problems. And this is something that'll be up his alley as I immediately look for Owen.
With that,
I assume he's back at the camp. I'm just going to assume he...
Yeah, at this point, we're just assuming that he's like he like dead walked through the forest towards the camp.
Alright. And then upon noticing like nobody else is around because, you know, Morthos is carrying Jin back to the caravan and Bramblefoot went with him. Owen's gone. I'm now alone.
Yep.
With a helmet, and I proceed to put the helmet onto the knight and grab another knight that was not as like the least damaged knight and drag both of them back with the talking skull.
All right. You do so. You do so. You and your posse of things that you are carrying.
Yep. I figure it'll take me a little bit longer to get to the caravan dragging armored figures through the woods.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Owen. Immediately, Ignis like beelines for you after breaking through the tree line. After you left them and went to the caravan.
Excellent.
Owen, I have a weird question / request for you.
Yes.
I need help with removing either material from something that's been heated up to the point of melting and fusing to the ground, or a containment thing to carry an object that is roughly the size of a head or helmet that may or may not have been melted and fused to the ground so that it can be stabilized and transported easier. With a viewing port. It's got to be able to look out of the front end of the helmet. Why don't you just come here and let me show you what I found?
Okay. I walk over.
I show you. Let me introduce you, Owen. This is the Burned Knight.
Greetings. Oh, hold me steady now.
Don't touch the sides. It's very hot.
So what are we doing with this guy? We have to grab here and pull?
Well, he's kind of fused, and I point to the ground that I've dug up around him. Kind of fused, and I don't know how to get the helmet removed from the fused part of the ground.
So, Owen, in Ignis's hand, his hands are like cupping this like round ball of dirt at the bottom half, but the top half of this like spherical shape in his hand is this like warped and half melted steel helmet, and inside the like hollowed out helmet you see this like ghostly vision of a skull that still has kind of like big cartoonish eyes that kind of like dart from side to side.
Well, I'm gonna try to help, I guess.
And how would you like to do this? How would you attempt to how would you attempt this, Owen?
So I'm trying to get the armor off of him?
So there is like half melted steel all through this like ball of dirt because he couldn't just like yank the helmet out of the ground.
Helmet's hot. Helmet's very, very hot.
Oh.
I show him my hands that have been burnt with 6 points of damage.
Yes. There are very obvious burn marks all over Ignis's hands.
That's not good.
Yeah. I'm trying to save your hands, Owen. You're the guy who's good at like looking at this kind of stuff and figuring something out.
All right, let's set it down.
I will let you
Gently,
handle him.
gently.
Let me give these two bodies over to Morthos and our older
So,
little
is
person.
somebody alive still in this helmet?
I just got to do like the handshaky thing of like sort of, kind of, not really.
Yes, alive.
Someone's in there. Alive is undeadeth? Undeadish?
What? Undead? Where?
And the eyes like dart back and forth.
I mean, he's kind of incorporeal.
Okay.
You figure him
let's
out.
try this crowbar and hammer.
All right. You go over and grab a crowbar and a hammer, and you come back. Make a sleight of hand check. Let's say sleight of hand. Make a sleight of hand. Working with your hands and tools. So I forgot to do. Got to get our Dungeon Alchemist up. So sorry.
It's a 10.
Ah! After some like prying and like hammering with the crowbar, you manage to like carve some of the dirt off, but it's not like entirely free.
Let me try. Maybe it's like a hermit? Because something is still in there.
Oh,
Is it
gently
like
now.
open flame?
It's not like it's an open flame within the helmet. It's just this kind of like greenish, glowy skull. And then where the like eye sockets would be empty, there's like cartoony big like round eyes that don't have eyelids.
I have an internal image, but I think if I share it, it might mess it up. If you permit me, I'll try again.
One second on
Or maybe I can offer it some food if it comes out of there.
that. Are you offering the incorporeal ghostly figure food?
Yes.
All right.
And I promise if it comes out, I will find it another home.
All right. So I want you to make a persuasion check, and I want you to do that. I'm not going to say with advantage or disadvantage, just a straight persuasion check.
It's a 12.
What food are you offering him?
Best I've got is some rations. And water.
Okay. So, what of your rations, what food item are you offering him?
Berries.
See, when ration is spoken, I'm guessing it's like a brick compress of nutrient. So
I think it's more like hardtack
Elf bread,
bread
maybe?
or
Yeah. Hardtack
or like
jerky.
jerky, things like that, like food that holds over without having it to be
chip
preserved.
biscuit. So it's a biscuit of some sort.
Okay, if you're putting a hardtack biscuit in front of this skull, even the numbers that were rolled don't matter. Like, the skull's gonna look at you and be like, are you kidding?
What about I take my lantern, I pour the oil back into the flasks, so I can prove that it's not gonna be on fire, and I open it up and I hang it in my jacket, and I'm like, I open the front up and offer it to be inside the lantern. Do I hitch a ride and give up that old helmet, and then I'll find you a nice home?
I mean, this is quite strange. Number one, I've never been.
Your current house is all it's melted. There's nothing else attached to it.
I was fine being in the hollow, but then out of nowhere, this guy over here, and he eyes over to Ignis, just had to bring me along.
Yeah, but if you were just hitching a ride with that hollow, but now you're ready to put that life behind you, and you want to come join us and live in this nice shiny lantern,
But
you could totally come with us. It'll be fun.
why should I go in the lantern? This helmet's been comfy ever since I wore it as a boy.
Well, it's all in shambles now, and it's kind of hard to hold.
It's just
And if we
melted
wanna
onto my
find you a
frame, that's
nice-
all.
If we want to find you a nicer house than this helmet, it might as well be in the lantern for now.
That's a very stuffy item over there. That looks... Is that a cobweb on that lantern?
I lift it up and I shine it up with my sleeve real quick, and I make it all shined up again. We'll see. No, couldn't have been.
Okay. Ignis, are you
Does anybody else have a house to offer?
Are you gonna attempt to help with this persuasion?
Looking at Owen, attempting to coax him out, I would like to attempt to remove one of the helmets from the two undead hollows that I killed. Attempt to remove helmet and be like, here's another helmet that you could come to.
As you remove the kind of still kind of glowing red helmet, it doesn't burn near as bad as grabbing the burned knight's helm, but it still don't feel good, and you're just ow.
Still tindy.
Ooh, shouldn't have done that. But you set that helmet down, in front of the Burn Knight.
Yes, I would like to also help with the persuasion, if possible.
Okay, so I will take 2 separate persuasion rolls from both of you.
Okay. Let's see. That is a 11 on the die, and persuasion I'm good at. So 3, 2, 16 altogether.
4.
All right. So there is this like brief moment of hesitation where you don't know whether he's gonna pick the lantern or the other helmet, and then he just looks over at you, Owen, with the lantern, and just goes, "It's not even a spirit home." And then there's like this weird green energy that flows from the molten helmet into the like underneath the kind of glowing red helmet that Ignis puts on the ground. And so like now on the ground there is like a red hot helmet that isn't like molting into the ground, but as the like skull like coalesces and it fully like comes to its form, and you see the like ghostly visage and the eyes again, the skull just goes, "Oh, this is a bit chilly in here."
Burn Knight, I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to grab all of the other pieces of armor and assemble them for you, could you take over the whole thing?
I'm not sure.
I proceed to strip out one of the undead of the armor and attempt to put it all together so that he could attempt to take over the whole armor set. Burn Knight Companion?
Make a luck check. Just roll a d20 for me.
Okay, that is a 17 on the die.
Okay. You assemble the best pieces that you can find that are like amalgamated from the different sets that you brought back.
Yes.
And there's this like weird moment where the like ghostly green flame that surrounds the ghostly visage of the Burn Knight kind of like starts to try and like fill out the rest of the armor. There's pockets of the like green flame energy that like start to like change color in the different armor pieces, almost like each of the armor pieces are different like people, and so like that's the different colored flame that appears there.
I just gotta look at him. Is it working, or is this one of those things where I don't know enough about magic to help you, but I know other people who know magic?
The knight, the like helm on the like it's all laying on the ground, right? And there's like the energies flowing through it. He just kind of like looks up, the head shoots towards you, Ignis, and then just goes, "A body? I haven't had a body in years." And he stands up and he starts doing this like weird kicking dance and jig, and he moves his hands back and forth and his legs are doing this like weird little river dance.
Owen? we have a new friend. And this one is better than all of the other friends we've had that are,
We built him.
Just saying, out of all of the weird people we've met, this one I liked the most.
As he concludes his little dancing jig, he does his gauntleted hands in almost like a jazz hands thing, and then he just goes, oh my gosh, he's like just like shaking his hands, and he's so happy to just like have like movement again that he could do himself.
You found friends, and your friends immediately got you things that you haven't had in a long time.
Oh, why? This is the best company of new friends to travel with. Of course, of course.
Yes. So we need to come up with a name.
How much of all of this did Bramblefoot see?
I would imagine you probably came to like viewing them when the different armor pieces were being assembled.
Well, our new traveling companion. I guess the only thing I can say is you might have only just found your feet, but you never had to worry about being ahead.
Aha! This one has jokes!
Huh?
Eye roll. Heavy eye roll from the 14-year-old. Dad joke. Cringe inside.
By the way, Ignis, do you have that information we were looking for?
I hold out the piece of paper that has all the rune markings.
A small word of advice from an academic to a field type, Ignis. Whenever you find yourself looking at an unknown ritual, don't inscribe it on anything if you don't know what it does. You want to break it down into 3 sections. Typically what I do is I divide it up into 10-degree arcs and put each of the 10-degree arcs in separate pieces of paper so I can reassemble it, but it doesn't do things. Still, thank you very much.
I look at Bramblefoot and I go, well, without the proper reagents and, any of the semantic components required, the ritual circle itself is ultimately useless.
I once knew a man who thought that was the case, created an artistic representation of a ritualistic circle, and, he needed a new house, and a team of adventurers, and a small army to contain the site. Oh, and a new plot of land to build the house on. So better safe than sorry most of the time. It's not going to do what it's supposed to do. That doesn't mean it's not going to do anything.
Old people and their precautions.
Needs them.
Yes. Pretty much. How do you think you get to be old?
Better to burn out than fade away. I look at the burning night and I go, eh?
The burning knight just kind of like looks at you and it gives you that like over like if he was wearing glasses he would give you an over the glasses look of just like, come on dude, that was no better than his joke. Like
significantly better not a dad joke.
he
Bramblefoot reaches into his coat, pulls out a pair of glasses, puts them on, and gives him the look.
My joke was better. But we're gonna have to give you a name. Burn Knight.
A name?
A proper name. A proper name. Can't just be known as Burn Knight.
But I am the Burned Knight.
Yes, that's your title. We gotta give you a name to go with your title.
What?
Like Ed the Burned Knight, or Bob the Burned Knight.
Ed? Bob? What are
Owen,
these silly
take a
names?
note.
Placeholder names, not an important name.
Owen, take a note down. Ignis is forbidden from naming anything.
I just used example names.
Jacobo.
They were terrible examples.
Like Bramblefoot is a great name.
I whack him in the shin with my cane. You do not dishonor the name Bramblefoot.
You have just struck nobility.
I thought you and your family weren't on speaking terms.
Doesn't mean that I can't still be nobility. Just because I don't talk to him doesn't mean we're not. That doesn't mean I'm still not part of the family. I just try to avoid that side of the family.
I do that with, well, actually, none of my family, but that's a different story. Lots of people, though.
But we do have the 2 bodies for you and Morthos to go over and see, as well as the ritual.
As you speak about Morthos, he comes back. He's wiping some sweat off of his brow, and he says, "I believe Brother Varnell will take as good care of Jin as we can expect."
What is that thing?
Good that you got some workout in on you. You know, it's good to get a good honest day's labor in. And
What have
don't
you
worry,
done?
made you carry someone. Completely ignoring the Burn Knight. Completely ignoring him gasping about the Burn Knight. You had to carry Jin back. What do you mean, what have we done? And Bramblefoot even helped you with that.
Ignis, I'm not talking about carrying Jin's unconscious body back to camp.
Oh, I hold up the ritual circle and I point at the two bodies. I'm like, don't worry, I brought him back.
You did
Everything I found.
what?
I walk over, I look at him, I look at the Burn Knight, I look at him, and I go, yeah, so these 2 guys, I guess, didn't make it. Not even mentioning the Burn Knight.
Yes, Owen is correct. These are the 2 guys we killed, who were already dead, but
Why
details.
did you bring their bodies back?
So you wanted to look at them so that you could determine how they ended up here before we got here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did Carrie and Jin mess up your brain?
No,
What if
I
he's made
think
of
the
dilithium?
ghostly figure standing in molten armor behind you. That's what's messed with my memory, Ignis.
Who you mean?
Who, me?
You mean Ed?
Yeah, Ed?
At least call him Wade or something. I don't.
No, actually, now Ed is kind of a nice name, and now that I'm actually hearing it out loud.
Short for Edward, long for
And
So this is Ed. He's pretty cool. Well, not, but you know.
Look, he's pretty awesome.
Morthos just starts rubbing his eyes and is like, I can't, I don't.
I tell you this: he's not much of one for singing, but his dance moves are pure fire.
And he starts his little jig again, and Morthos just goes, I can't, We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die on this trip. We're all dead. I'm all
I mean,
if you
for
were-
me, that's not as bad as it is for you.
If you were a head stuck in the ground for an unknown amount of time, wouldn't you want somebody to come by and help you out of your predicament?
Wait, you found him where?
I found him in a helmet in the ground, where you normally find discombobulated heads. In the hole over like where we fought. It's not like I was investigating the whole forest.
You brought
area.
the soul that was used to open the rift back with you?
I'll be honest, I was kind of making a joke of this whole thing, but that does sound pretty bad right there.
What do you mean bad? If he was used,
hand me that paper real quick. Just need to take a quick look something real quick. Borrowing that.
what? Give him the paper. I don't know what the big deal is. Yeah, he was used to open up a rift. But like,
I cut the paper into 4 pieces and move them apart. Okay, summoning circle broken up just in case somebody can use a soul in the circle together again. Gotta be careful about that.
well, I point to the melted helmet. I go, obviously he was more intact the last time it was used.
You
guys are being very
brought
rude.
his housing relic?
Well, the good news is he's not currently
How-
in his housing relic.
How
Yeah, we
else
should
are you
probably click that
supposed-
as well.
How else are you supposed to remove somebody from their housing thing unless you have something else to put them in?
Well,
Come on, Morthos. I thought you were the smart one out of the group.
I mean, I'm sorry to tell you this, but there is normally a method for that, and it's called exorcism.
Whoa. You're using big words here that I don't know.
All I know is that once we get back to town, or back to town, we should get him some good hands so he can hold a weapon.
Point of order: he should not go in any town, or village, or barn, or building.
It's just Ed.
It's just
Why would
Ed.
Ed be banned?
He literally sets things on fire by proximity.
Look, he did that one time. You can't hold that against him forever.
I reach into my bag and pull out a roll of paper. Ed, could you hold this for me for a second?
Sure thing, no problem.
I say, hold on. I take out my water skin and I soak the paper. And I say, here.
I walk over to Ed and swap the paper out as I do.
Yeah.
I swap it back. Hand over hand.
No, we're at a range at this point in time. There's more than 10 feet between us.
I love this. So Ed walks over to like meet you halfway, right? And then you are approaching, and then Owen splashes the water skin all over the paper, and then hands you the paper, and then you go, "Oh, cool, thanks." You start to like switch out the paper. Owen quickly like, no, like grabs your hand and puts the wet paper back like on the top. It's back and forth for a bit, and then Ed just kind of goes like, "How about both?" and grabs both sheets of paper, and they both catch fire.
I instantly let go and start moving backwards and put both hands on my beard.
Yeah.
Case in point.
So he heats things up. There's nothing wrong with that.
I have an idea. Once we get into town, I will have some custom hands made for him that won't heat up.
All right.
That would require him to make it past the gate, past all the straw, past all the wood into a shop, then back out. And that doesn't do anything about when we take a rest at an inn. If he leans up against a post, we're going to need to find a new inn.
The last time we stopped at an inn, bad things happened. I don't think we should be stopping at inns. I don't know if you realize this, but the last time we stopped at an inn, one of our party members died, who happened to be a big deal. So he was a Justicar, and his name was Justicar, and he was my mentor.
Did that have anything to do with the inn, or the circumstances surrounding the inn?
Both.
All right. I'm just going to say this right now. I'm not responsible for him catching anything on fire. You can deal with that.
Ed's not going to catch anything on fire unintentionally.
Hey, Ed.
Yeah.
Justicar and Owen's wagon's right over there. Why don't you go find yourself a seat?
Oh, okay. He starts
And
walking
look at
towards the wagon.
But don't touch.
He was told by Bramblefoot to go find a seat, and he hasn't
Yeah.
sat down in eons. So he's gonna go find himself a seat.
Remember,
gonna
you gave.
follow.
Oh, then.
Remember, you gave him that order.
Morthos just
Pardon?
watches in like stunned disbelief as like the rest of the party is just like, yeah, this is fine, and he just we're really no one's gonna stop this.
Oh no, I'm following him.
I didn't tell him to sit on
like-
anything. I didn't
Yeah.
tell him to sit near
When he
anything.
gets
I
to
just
it,
told him to find a
when he
seat.
gets to it and like tries to start climbing on it, I'm like, all right, we found it. Now let's go over here.
Ed like full on like goes to put his hand up on the wagon to like pull himself into it.
I high five him.
make a oh, this is not a saving throw.
Oh yeah, high five. Now let's go over here.
Oh my goodness. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Plus 0, of course. 15.
All right. You take 6 points of damage, halved to 3, as you just kind of like grimace through the high five as you hear the like searing start to happen, and you feel like your skin's starting to blister in a couple of parts. You're just kind of like grinning through it. See, we found it.
Yes, and I gesture this way.
Oh, okay. This is quite strange.
Yes. Stand right here on this rock.
Over here on this rock?
Yeah.
What was that?
Huh?
Huh?
Did you slip?
No. What?
Did you step on something slimy?
No, it feels strange.
Over here on the rock?
No. Almost like thinning.
A thinning. Oh.
And the armor just kind of stops talking and starts just kind of like heavy panting.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna pull out one of my candle for like fuel, I guess. And I'm gonna back up like 4 steps and say, "Here, hold this," and like hand it to him, like, and then back up a bunch more.
Okay, so he like grabs the candle and the wax starts to like instantly melt all over his hand.
Does it fuel his flame, or like does he?
No, he just kind of like looks at you
Continue
confused.
Did that help? Like food?
No. Now I have waxy hand.
Well, turn your hand upside down, I guess, and let it drip off. Are you okay?
I feel better now. Just a bit sticky hand.
All right. Ignis,
Yes.
something is happening over here. He said he feels like he's thinning. And I pat him on the shoulder. And
Have you tried like giving him some fuel?
I gave him a candle.
It's not really fuel, like wood. Throw like a chunk of wood into the
I
chest
don't
cavity.
have anything like that. I got my tinderbox.
I just
don't
point
wanna,
to
like,
the
give him
forest
my
behind you.
box.
The whole forest behind
I
you.
have a whip.
As
wood.
Ignis and Owen are doing this, I turn to Morthos and I'm like, so we're gonna have to kill that, aren't we?
I'm pretty
I don't even know if it's gonna make it to
sure
town.
that's different souls in the different pieces of armor that are gonna like be fighting for control over the form of that thing here in a bit. But I don't know. At this point, I'm just.
Yeah.
I think Arveth is testing me at this point. I really think she is.
Let's feed sticks to the helmet.
Just in the background.
Yeah, like, make sure-
Make sure
Bramblefoot
it
and I
doesn't
are
touch the hands
watching.
or the shoulders or the chest. Or maybe feed the helmet a lot and then feed the chest 1 or 2 pieces every now and then.
Morthos
That
and
way,
I are
if they still
watching
need more than
as-
1 piece, they can work together.
Morthos and I are just having this conversation and watching as our travel companions are trying to feed the metal man wooden sticks.
Yes. Yes.
You know, I would say that these kids have great heart and a lot of chutzpah, and are about 2 bricks short of a load.
There's a lot of words to say we're doomed.
And you get to be as old as I am, you get kind of bored with the feeling of being doomed. I've been feeling it since, well, it's been 57 decades? Yeah, about 7
Right.
decades of feeling it. You get used to it eventually.
Like Morthos starts having a mental breakdown.
Running by, hearing that, and just go, back in my day,
Yeah.
trying to find like
Literally
sticks.
having to use his fingers to count the decades.
Bramblefoot was there when, the world was young and the mountains were new.
The
Not that
world is changing. I feel it in the water. I feel it in the earth.
Ignis, one day you'll be as old as I am. Oh, no, wait.
I just look at him deadpan. I'm probably not seeing tomorrow. What are you talking about, Bramblefoot?
That was the oh, never mind. I'm gonna go. Morthos, we have some mystical arcane studies to do.
Yeah. Oh, Arveth, help me.
Yeah, let's get to stepping.
Look on the bright side. You now have categorical proof of the involvement of the gods.
I'll walk with Ed on the first leg of the journey.
All right.
I mean, if they didn't exist, the world wouldn't either at this point, so...
Right. No. Owen and Ed, the burned knight, walk side by side for a good portion of the day's travel. I would like Bramblefoot. I would like you to roll a d6 for me.
Alright, let me get up my good d6 here.
Oh, and watching over Ed, I would like to go back to doing my scout thing for the caravan leader.
Yeah, make that perception check, Ignis.
Not
No,
good at
yeah.
these.
That
I
would
am
be-
very much not good at these.
You rolled a 6 there.
I did roll a 6, yes I did.
Oh boy, love
Six.
that.
6 is what I rolled, and the dice that I rolled showed a 6.
Oh boy.
So I got a 2 on the die for my perception, which brings it to a 3.
All right.
Just kind of like running down the road ahead of the caravan to like, I'm happy. Things have turned out good today. It's been a good day.
You've got a new friend that can make your pyromantic tendencies even more achievable.
We don't talk about the pyromancy.
And your perception was 3?
3. 3
Like-
big ones.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. All right. Yeah.
Yep, 1, 2, 3.
All right. Yeah.
2 was on the dot, 1 was the modifier.
There's this like moment where you come back to report to Donovan about how good of a scouting job you're doing, and how it's almost like you never needed that elf scout to begin with, because you could have just had you do it, very much the pompous like 14-year-old being like, oh, why were you having adults be stupid and lazy when they could have just had me do it, and I'd do a better job than these grown folk, just very, very much a lot of that. So if you could give me about like the last 2 sentences of Ignis's like really pompous speech of really building himself up to Donovan as a good scout.
See, Justicar did a really great job in training me. He made sure I was super observant and could like spot everything around.
Right. He says as his hands are up and the entire caravan is at crossbow point of several bandits who all have like bandit masks and are concealing their faces, have multiple crossbow archers on like sides of the ravine, and the entire caravan is surrounded by these archers.
Master Ignis.
While his hands are up, I just kind of like, why is everybody's hands up?
Oh,
Is this a new thing? Like, is this some sort of like new caravan signal thing that I need to be I need to be aware of?
Yes, it's a sign that we're all
Listen up,
engaged.
you liver lap squalor dogs. You're here under the protection and racketeering of the Red Jackals. That's right, we here are the Red Jackals, and we're here to be taking all your loot.
Compose myself as I slowly turn around and like try to put on my best Justicar look.
You slow turn and you see it's kind of this he's definitely not like big and intimidating looking for like a leader of a bandit group, but to his left there is like this rather large looking enforcer type, but the individual speaking seems to be kind of like this lithe lanky dude.
I hold up my finger, I reach down to the Justicar's Tome of Laws, and I hold up the book and I open it up. I go, racketeering, that is a criminal offense. Banditry, criminal offense. I don't know if you realize this. Red Jackals, is that your group's name?
Yeah, what's it to you, kid?
Well, see, I'm a Justicar in training.
Oh, just a car in training.
And you hear like all the bandits around start chuckling.
Yeah, Justicar in training. Right now, we're currently on a very important mission. You're currently impeding very important work. I would like to offer you all the ability to reform yourselves and potentially find a good paying career field that can put your guys' talents to use. Because the church could use a huge influx of members. As I look around, like, you guys are really good at being sneaky, and I look at the big guy, go, you look big and strong. I bet you know how to read and write.
He Is that the thing with the numbers and squiggly things?
Yes, it is. And I have a vision, a talent for this. You, good sir, can rise up high in the scribe ranks.
You think that old Gerald could be a scribe?
I think you would be an amazing scribe.
And
You'd be able to spend all day reading books, writing things down.
hey, you
the
big lummox,
lifeline.
don't listen to this kid.
You have such great management skills. Look at the group that you've been able to find around yourself. You could potentially even rise up to be a Justicar yourself. Think about it. You being able to take a squad of your relatively well-bathed and definitely competent individuals to go out on important missions like the one I'm currently on and make the world a better place while also getting a fairly good payday. People would let you people wouldn't bar your path. You'd be able to go new places, meet interesting people, occasionally burn people. The good life.
Make a persuasion check.
Come on, if there was ever a time to talk my way out of trouble. So that is a 14 on the die, but I am proficient in persuasion. So that is a 19 altogether.
19 altogether. You see the lanky dude take like the point of his crossbow bolt and like start scratching his head, and then he goes, "Me, a Justicar, a squad of my very own, burning people in the name of justice."
Think about it. Doesn't that sound far more appealing than to be out here in the dangerous wilderness?
You see, there's like this like brief moment of like greed, want, and like desire flash over the eyes behind the like cloak mask, and then you just see a individual from like two people back behind him like approach and just kind of like lean in and whisper something into that dude's ear, and then just kind of like back up a little bit, and then the lanky dude just like looks over, and then he looks past you, Ignis, and then he points. Owen, make a perception check.
Okay. It's an 8.
Oh boy. You're pretty sure that dude who like pointed at Ed.
Ooh.
And then the kind of leaner, lanky dude like looks over at you, Ignis, and he just goes, "Well, I think your offer is quite tempting. In fact, where's one of these offices that me and my crew could go sign up at?"
The beautiful thing about this, we're heading to Luke Hill right now. I am going to go talk to the head of the Justicars. You could come with us, and you'll be able to come with me right in, have a sit down with the head man with my personal recommendation.
Now, all of that's really lovely and really tempting, kid. I gotta say, with your group, though?
You don't have to, but like, I mean...
Say, we rendezvous in the city of Lukill here in a day or two, yeah?
That is acceptable. I mean, I'll be able to then talk to him, let him know that I have a large group of recruits as I look around and nod at everybody. And you know, and then we'll be able to process you guys in, find your suitable roles, get you guys in, get the ball rolling, everything like that, and you know, everything will be moving in that right direction.
Well, if that's satisfactory,
definitely satisfactory. Like, look, I know I'm only in training, but like my mission right now is like, I lean in really close conspiratorially, like not to be, you know, braggart about it, but like we found an old ally who we thought was dead. Turns out not dead, very much not alive, but not dead. So we're bringing him back. Lots of information. The church is going to be exploding in power very soon. We will need a lot of good people to be able to go out and do a lot of good things to increase our power even further, if you're catching my drift. And I kind of like nudge backwards towards like the rest of the group. I'm like, so like, you know, now would be the good time to like hop on board as it's getting ready to, you know, things are about to, you know, peak up. This is rising tide. Unhitch your boat.
The lanky dude just kind of like looks past you for a second again, and then just kind of like leans in conspiratorial like again, and he goes, "Yeah, I like this agreement that we doing. Say, how much do you want for that guy?" And he just kind of like chin points over to Owen.
What?
Sorry. He is important right now. Again, training. Point to myself. He's actually a specialist that was hired on by the individual who's training me. He's on a separate mission right now, but he's supposed to link up with us in Lukill. Unfortunately, there's nothing that I could like. I can't sell him off or anything. Like he's a bonded and contracted worker with us. He's a specialist. He has a very important job, which, and I do like a finger to head towards him. I was like, you'll also be able to hire on specialists, which are very good at doing a variety of things. Like for instance, getting into locations that are normally barred from you, or like magic people, things like that.
You see, he looks at you, gives like this look over to the individual who walked up and whispered something to him, and then he just kind of looks back at you, Ignis, and just says, "Yeah, but how good is a specialist when, you know, there. And, looks like, you're traveling with some hot cargo."
Oh, the specialists are extremely useful because, like for example, you have your scribe here. He's big, he's burly, he can carry a lot, right? You have your hooded figure back there.
I'm gonna be a scribe.
Yes. And then you have your hooded figure back there. Very sneaky, very observant, very important. but who do you have here that can like detect magical traps? You know, like what happens if you go find a super important like hidden chest in a catacomb that you need to bring back?
The red
and
jackals don't do no catacomb diving.
do you know how much money you can find in abandoned catacombs? Not to mention the loot. Like, I go, you all have respectable armors and weapons, but like magical gear. You guys have heard of it, obviously. You guys are high up in the world. How else are you gonna get magical gear if one, you can't pay for it? You go plunder some ancient tomb that has magical gear, and now you can outfit yourself with even better gear. And if the church only needs like a book or like a scroll out of it, all of the other stuff is yours.
The like sneaky subtle dude kind of slinks up next to the lanky dude and whispers something into his ear, and then he just goes,
well, I tell you what, give us 3 days and we'll rendezvous with you in Lukiel, yeah?
Where would you like to, where do you know in Lukiel that I can meet you at?
How about we meet at the Maki Inn?
Maki Inn. I hold my hand out. You guys aren't gonna hold me, like, you guys aren't gonna mess me up by like me hyping you guys up to my boss's boss, like the head boss. You're not gonna mess me up and like not show up, are you? Like, you're gonna be there. 3 days.
Of course, 3 days we'll be there. Spit shine.
and he holds out his hand after spitting in it to shake your hand.
I spit in my hand. I reach out and go, you are going to absolutely be the best. Shake his hand, and I'm like, I cannot wait. I'm totally getting promoted for this. I'm recruiting, and I like look at everybody, and I'm like, I'm recruiting so many people. I'm recruiting so many people. And I full sell like the fact that I am a naive kid who has just recruited like an army of people to join the church, and I'm about to get super rewarded. I'm like, I'm probably gonna get like 30 silver out of this. Say it to the guy. Like, just saying. The church pays well.
You see as like the archers that were like up on the ridges, they kind of like phase into the forest again, and the lanky dude just kind of like looks over your shoulder one more time, and he's, last chance.
You are about to be rolling in money, gear, other activities that I can't discuss right now because we're in the open, but you know, the hidden church things. And I like, you know, do the serious eyes with the like eyebrow raises.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we don't want to ruin a good thing with a temporary thing, if you know what I mean.
Suit yourself.
And he kind of like puts his hand up and tugs the like sleeve of the big guy. The big guy just kind of like leans down a little bit, and the lanky guy just like scrambles up to the top of his shoulder and just like perches up there.
Turn back over to talk to Donovan. I go, see, like I was saying, super observant. Justicar trained me so well.
and the red jackals disappear back into the forest.
Like, what are you guys even worried about? Like, why were you even holding your hands up? Nothing to worry about. What, just pouring down Ignis's face?
Did you just make a deal with those brigands?
I look at him, I go, I wave him in really close to do the conspiratorial like lean in. I go, yeah, because once we get to the gate, I'm going to let the guards know that a large group of bandits are coming in. Let them in, lock them up.
Or order a bunch of fresh uniforms and drill sergeants.
I look at Owen and I go, you think any of those people are ever going to serve the church? Not in. No.
Hey,
They're going.
You never know what a man
straight
can
to
do when he's
prison.
got purpose.
They're going straight to prison and hopefully straight to the gallows.
Oh,
I mean, the big guy.
I pick up the book of laws that I have in my hand. I'm like, they broke so many laws. So many laws.
Well,
Well, anyway, I don't
But,
think we're supposed
you
to
know.
be waiting here.
Just a car totally taught me how to do this right. They're gonna basically walk themselves in to be arrested. Easy.
offer them a free government paid vacation and then arrest them at the airport.
Exactly. You see how easy this is?
Legendary.
I talked our way out of problems and made the roads a little bit safer for you, Donovan. You see how good Justicar was? And how amazingly he taught me? Like, you couldn't have got this from Nysa. Like, let's be real. Nysa would not have been able to do this.
I'm gonna have to retire after this trip.
Why retire? The roads are about to be way safer, less bandits. You know, that means more money because nobody else is going to know that the bandits are cleared out.
As these conversations continue, as the party travels and continues down the road, it becomes nighttime once more. I want to say you make it through 2 more nights, and you guys will crest the hill to like see Luke Hill. So, second to last night of travel, you guys. Who's taking first watch?
Take first watch.
I'll walk with Ed. Second. I will walk with Ed second.
I got a 4 on the roll.
Total of 5 perception on your watch.
Oh, no, I meant, are we doing the D6 or am I doing a perception roll?
Do the D6 for me, please.
That was a 4.
Okay. Love
A
that.
2 for me.
Okay. Ignis, during your watch, you feel a tug. Like, as if something is pulling on you to enter the forest.
Last time I entered the forest, I got revenge, a little bit of revenge for Justicar. Fed the sword, fed the thing inside me, and I got a friend. I am going back into the forest.
All right,
Sneakily.
I love that. Roll stealth.
A natural 20 again.
Quiet as the grave, Ignis passes from his place at first watch and goes into the forest. There is this tugging sensation. Do you just follow the tug?
And like off to one side, not like directly following it, but like, following it at an angle.
All right. You come to a small section of trees that make almost a perfect circle. And inside, you see this, like, marbling. Almost like there's a statue in the middle. But it's almost like you'd have to, like, really try to squeeze in between the trees to get in there. Do you do so?
I look at it and I go, the last time something like this happened, only good things happened. I'm going in.
All right. You shimmy and squeeze your way through two of the trees, and you come into the clearing. And it's almost like the little clearing in the middle of these trees is lit up by luminescent moss and different things, making this eerily glow of blue cascading light that almost underlights what you can now very clearly see is a marble statue. It's weathered, as if it's been here for centuries. And as you kind of like step around to get a close look at like the face of the statue, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
That is a... One second, I gotta pull up my character sheet. Wisdom saving throw. Wisdom I'm proficient in. Okay. 15.
You are struck with the undeniable fact that the statue before you is of the visage of your once living, now dead master by the name of Justicar. Almost as if this statue was carved in his likeness hundreds of years ago, and this sacred grove is a long forgotten, abandoned sanctuary dedicated to your once master. But how can that be? For he just died. Not a week
Ignis
ago.
Ignis does not care at all about the details, but the fact that he can see like this statue representing Justicar, he just kind of like kneels down and begins to like quietly sob. And then just like looks at the statue and apologizes. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying my best, but it's so hard without your guidance.
The statue is silent.
Sit there for a minute while like, going through this and like trying to process and like come back, just kind of like once the emotions kind of peel out, Ignis just kind of stands up and like looks around and says thank you, and then he proceeds to try and leave.
All right. You exit between the two trees that you crawled through, and you leave the statue and the grove behind. You come back to camp, and you go over to Owen's bedroll to wake him for the second shift. But something's wrong. There's this weird green glow that is coming from one of the caravans.
Where the green glow's coming from.
As you come to the crest of one of the wagons, you recognize, hey, this is Brother Varnell's wagon, where they brought Jin. You pull back the curtain of the wagon flap, and you see in horror as there is this like green swirling energy that is flowing from the chest of Jin up in like a spiral vortex, and it is flowing directly into the open mouth of Brother Varnell, who is like crouched over Jin, and it's almost like he's like sucking, like feeling like just like inhaling this energy.
And like to bonus action, apply my curse onto Brother Varnell, and then Eldritch Blast.
As you begin the incantation for Eldritch Blast, you hear him say, "No, wait!" And as he says, no, wait, the energy gets like cut and like chomped, almost like he's eating, and there is this white blinding flash, and that is where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Crazy place to end.
Bomb! Ah!
So many twists and turns.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a while. But that was tonight's episode of the Six Sword Saga. It's been a while. I thought that was a good episode, but that's just the DM's thoughts. Let's ask our party here. Bramblefoot, start with you. What was good? What was bad? What needs improvement?
Well, my accent needs improvement because I only changed it 6 or 7 times tonight. So, I need to work on that. For good, I thought we had a really good party camaraderie going. Personal interaction, passing things back and forth, a little bit of joking. The dad jokes are not going away. I've decided that this is a part of my character now. So.
No, that's beautiful. I love it.
As for bad, I wouldn't really say anything. I mean, we have our new traitorous pet of the party in Ed, which will end badly, either because he will betray us or because we will have to kill him, one or the other, or somebody else will kill him, and anyway, so there's that. Beyond that, just look forward to seeing what happens next.
All right, Ignis.
Let's see. So for good, I would say just overall, I think the whole session was really good. The on the fly building up of Ed, amazing. Because I'm pretty sure you did not have that planned at all.
No. Ed was not planned in the slightest.
and then just rolling with the fact that like the bandit encounter going the way that the bandit encounter went.
Yeah.
And then, as far as bad, I don't really think anything was necessarily bad tonight. It was it all kind of flowed really well together. We might have gotten hung up a little bit on Ed for a while, but Ed's new.
Yeah.
And Ed's fun.
Yeah.
Ed is our new Boblin the Goblin.
Of course, yep.
So we had to flesh him out real quick.
I am reminded of the very first time that the party ever in any of the Six Sword Saga cycles tried to keep a goblin as a pet. His name was Splug. It did not end well.
Other than that, like, I think tonight's session was probably one of the smoothest and most well done sessions, I think, so far.
Well, thank you. I appreciate your kind words. Oh, and since you are back, which of the 3 questions will you answer this week?
Yes, I thought Ed was awesome.
Okay. So Ed is good.
Ed is good.
Ed is good. Wonderful.
Well, Ed is life.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Ed has a long road of recovery ahead of him.
like I said, it was a blessing to have all of you here, and I hope you were just as blessed by the telling of the story. And hey, there's some big things happening here on the Midwest Dungeon Delvers channel. We've been getting like a lot of traction recently with Dragon's Dogma Online, my very first MMO. So check that video out on YouTube. Like the little introduction, I'm working on video 2 of that, and hopefully that comes out Saturday. But we'll see. I've just been having a blast, and thank you all for all the love and support that you guys have been showing. So it means a lot. And let's see what else. That's basically it. Super Smash Quest Monday, hopefully. It's been a while since we've done that too, but we'll be back. Okay. I think that's it. Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Well, that, and also the fact that these characters, no matter what happens, they're just
have become permanently entrapped within the simulation.